What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's the weekly rotation. It's that time again, and we got a couple things that are new to the collection and some stuff that are big time reachbacks that I haven't worn in a while that are just absolutely stunning and amazing. I mean, I just literally, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this list that I haven't reached for in a while that I can't wait to talk about because it was great to wear them. So it's week number 240 in the weekly rotation, and we've got a home run lineup in my opinion. So stay tuned. So starting off on Sundays and new into the collection, it's actually a clone from Paris Corner that, until further notice, I think is my favorite clone that I have gotten my hands on this year. I need to try the original. It's apparently a clone of another 13 from Le Labo. This is called Soothing Zephyr. I just did a full review on this one. I absolutely love this. Very much a molecule fragrance. It's based around ambroxan, but smells more like amberwood to me. It's very warm, woodsy, musky, fresh, fruity from some pear. This is... You know, we throw this word banger around a lot in this community, and yeah, this is that. I love it. It's not overwhelmingly strong, but it's strong. It lasts a long time. It wears really well. I think you can get away with wearing this one in heat and cold. Doesn't matter. Dressed up, dressed down. There's a serious side to it. There's the modern touch with the synthetics. There's classic masculinity and slight maturity to this one without being serious and old man smelling, if you will. This is a box checker. What do I mean? Put out a list of attributes of what would make a great all-around fragrance to wear for just about anything. This is going to check most, if not all, boxes for most guys. I'm a fan. I'm absolutely a fan. And anytime I come across an inspired or cloned fragrance that like really captivates me like this, when I find out what it's similar to, it's like, man, if the clone's that good. This happened with Refucket from Paris Corner before I smelled Baby Cat, and I was like, oh my God. And that was the case. When I got to Baby Cat, it was like, oh my God. Where Paris Corner does a really good job. Obviously, the quality is going to have a slight difference. I'm sure the Le Labo is a better quality fragrance than this. But for the money, if I never get to smell another 13, I might be all right, because this is that good. I would encourage checking this one out. Maybe if you've tried another 13, I don't know how accurate it is. Supposedly, it's very similar. If you've tried that and don't want to spend the money, maybe look into this one. During the day, Soothing Zephyr. Then we got the shower. Basically, shower gel Aventus is how you can look at this from Perry Ellis. It's Perry Ellis America. It's the old bottle. I like the old bottle better. Love the look of it. Very America, if you will, with the blue and red. Lacks the white, but instead of red, white, and blue, it's red and blue. And it smells great. It's got the fruitiness that ties into the Aventus DNA type of smell. With a shower, it's like a blue shower gel mixed with Aventus's opening, basically, is what it is. Decent performance, nothing crazy, average to below average. Let's call it 4 to 6 hour range. Falls somewhere in there every time I wear it. But I really like this one. I really like this one. This was a fan of the channel, a subscriber that actually sent me money via PayPal with a message that said, buy this and review it. So that's what I did. I seeked out the old bottle. That's why I paid a little more, because you can get, like the current bottles, you can get for like 15, 20 bucks. This one I paid 40 because I got one of the older bottles because I just wanted the older bottle. I don't know if there's any difference in the fragrance, but I just like this bottle better. And yeah, probably, I'm not going to say Perry Ellis' best fragrance, but definitely one of their best if you're familiar with any of their stuff. Out the shower, Perry Ellis America. Moving into Monday, this was one of those reachbacks. Such a great blue fragrance, great all-arounder. 2 days in a row, great all-arounders actually. Rochas L'homme. $30 to $40 price range will get you this home run of a signature scent. It falls into the realm of a Dolce & Gabbana K, of a Coach Open Road, but kind of better than all of them because there's more depth here. The quality's decent. $30 to $40 fragrance, depending on if you get a tester. Like this, has the tester sticker, came in a brown tester box. As long as it's got the cap, I don't care. Full presentation is going to run you around 40. I say just go for the tester if you can get the tester, because you will get the cap. Above average performance, 6 to 8 hour range longevity. I've had people tell me they get like 10 hours out of this. Great for you. That's awesome. As long as I get where I'm saying I'm cool. 6 to 8 hours is like the sweet spot for me. But the profile is where the money's at here. It's like juniper heavy, aromatic, kind of juicy, a little creamy and soapy, touch of powder. You got some green elements that kind of ground it and give it some body and depth. Woods and musk, standard stuff in the dry down. A little ambery, but I wouldn't call it warm in any way. Man, this is so good. This is such a great fragrance. It's been a while since I wore it. This is one of those fragrances where when you reach back, it's easy to fall in love with all over again because it is that good. Sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind, and you forget how good something is, and then you revisit. And here you are. You want to rave about it and tell people. So let me rave about it and tell people. Rochas L'homme is fan-damn-tastic, and you should try it. That's what I wore during the day. When I got out the shower, we got another clone here. And I haven't smelled the original, just like with the previous clone we talked about. It's a clone of California Dream from LV. This is Luciano California Vibe. And first of all, I love the bottle. I love that gradients. How it's frosted and not translucent. Like the real deal is translucent completely. This is frosted. I love the bottle. This is the older style bottle. But the scent profile, so I get a fresh citric, fresh floral, even though they don't really have that in the notes. Like fresh, clean floral smell with a little bit of sweetness and some citrus. It's really freaking nice. It leans a touch feminine, but I still think it's perfectly unisex. This is really good. It was nice to rock this one. I don't know why I was in the mood for it out the shower, but that's what I did. I went for it out the shower. You can absolutely rock this one during the day. Summertime, I don't think it's too heavy at all. It's not too dense or too creamy. Good stuff. I would highly encourage pretty much all the Luciano fragrances. The only one I haven't tried is the Ombre Nomade inspiration, but I have the other four, and they're all really good. Out the shower, California Vibe from Luciano. Moving into Tuesday, we got a whole bunch of reachbacks in the collection here. So I just ranked all of my YSL fragrances. All right here behind me. And this was the one out of the 23 bottles that I have. This was the one that I was like, you know what, I need to wear this one pronto. And I did. Y Eau Fraiche. Oh man, sadly discontinued. This is a lot of people's favorite Y flanker that has ever been produced. And what's different about it does dry down into the Y DNA. You get that musky, kind of fresh, spicy tone, a little bit of fruitiness. But in the opening, this opening is special. So it's lemon and ginger. And ginger is standard fare in this DNA, but the way it blends with the lemon, it makes for a warm lemon opening. Not too often you get a warm lemon smell in a fresh fragrance. And here you get it. Normally you'll get sharp, you might get astringent, you might get tart, you might get zest. Here I get warm. Warm yet juicy lemon. The ginger doesn't really add a lot of spice, but a little bit. Adds some brightness because the ginger they typically use adds this crisp tone to it, and it's a fresh, spicy kind of ginger smell. Let's go back to that word banger, shall we? Y Eau Fraiche. I mean, if you have an opportunity to find this one at what you believe to be a worthwhile price, yeah, get it. Get it. If you like any of the other Y fragrances, that's what I would say is your indicator on if it's going to be a safe-ish blind buy for you, because you can't sample it anymore because it's been discontinued for a while, like 2 years or something like that at this point. If you like any of the other ones, you're like big fan of the EDT or the EDP or the Intense or whatever, you just big fan of one of them, let that be an indicator that you'll probably like this, because for most people, this is one of, if not the best. It's not my favorite. I think the Le Parfum's the best, but this is, I mean, it's hard to argue against it being second or third. You know, it's a taste thing, but man, this is just phenomenal. During the day, Y Eau Fraiche, and then out the shower, it's time for a good shave, and I switched it up with my aftershave. Been a while since I rocked some good old skin bracer. Cheap, does the trick, classic masculine aftershave splash kind of smell, and then on top of that, the other reach back, Cool Water Mild Deodorant Spray. I've had this bottle for many years. So this is a lighter, fresher, weaker overall Cool Water. Still smells like Cool Water EDT. What makes it a mild deodorant spray, I don't know. I wouldn't wear it as deodorant and spray it under my arm, but I've always sprayed it as an out-the-shower fragrance. That's its entirety of being in my collection, which I've had it for years. It's a 75 ml that I've got like a third of the bottle gone. Let's call it 20 to 25 mLs gone. Let's say 25 mLs gone from it. It took me years to get to this. large collection. But the profiles don't necessarily go completely together, but they also don't necessarily contrast one another completely. They're very similar in a lot of ways. Green, aromatic, a little spice. This one's much more aquatic, obviously, but I was smelling great. My skin was feeling great. What a great shave. It really was. Out the shower, skin bracer, and cool water mild deodorant spray. Moving into Wednesday. So speaking of cool water, I wore it during the day. I wore it out the shower. I don't know why I was in the mood for it, but man, I still say this is the best cool water they've ever put out. Cool water Parfum. I hold it in very high regard. I don't wear it often. I really don't. It's sad because I just think it's the best one. I do. It's so good. Not that easy to find, crazy enough, oddly enough. So it doesn't smell a whole lot like original cool water. But where I think it's a warranted Parfum flanker is the way it wears and performs, which I'll dive into in a second, because just soon do it now. It's not like it's a structured review, individual review video. I can say whatever the hell I want. I don't have to follow my typical structure, right? Just flow. It wears a little closer. It's loud, but not loud like the EDT's louder. The Intense is way louder. But it's got great longevity in that 8+ hour range of longevity. So it performs like a typical designer parfum. Wears a little closer, lasts a long time, consistent, dense sillage, kind of a thick bubble around you that stays. But this one's got some lemon as its citrus, and it's a warm lemon because this pink pepper kind of gives it this sweet spiciness at the top. It's more of a spicy pink pepper than it is a sweet pink pepper. It offers a touch of sweetness. It's hit or miss with how sweet pink pepper is going to come across. It all depends on the oil, and what it's blended with. But I also get this earthy vetiver tone. And even though they don't list Ambroxan, I smell that shower gel-like Ambroxan smell. I'm a fan. It's almost like a mature Sauvage. Because not playful, youthful, metallic shower gel. It's more serious, dressier, Oxford-wearing shower gel. I know that's weird and kind of doesn't make sense, but kind of does if you smell it. If you smell it, if you play along while I'm discussing it, you'll be like, holy shit, it sure does smell like that. It's got that slightly matured vibe with that spiced citrus, peppered aromatic, with a little bit of shower gel. It's great. It's great. I think it's the best one they've ever put out. If you get an opportunity to get this, you really should. All day long, Cool Water Parfum. A very old school fragrance for Thursday. Wore this one out the shower as well. I doubled up on it. Sometimes I just double up on them. I've just been enjoying it. Spray it again after the shower. This is a rebottling, a reformulation. I never smelled the old version, but this is Jacques Fath's Green Water. Very much like Mugler Cologne. That fresh green citrus, slightly woodsy, little touch of white florals. Super beautiful fragrance. Quality's really good here. Average to above average performance, like 6-7 hours. Nothing crazy in longevity. Damn, this smells good. And the best magnetic caps in the game. Jacques Fath. They kill it with their magnetic caps. I love their presentations. I love every fragrance I've gotten from them. I got like 7 bottles at this point that I blind bought one at a time. I've had one sent to me. One, because Carasso Bay they sent to me, I think that was the one. The rest I bought from Fragrance Buy over time. And I can't say enough good things about the brand. I have 9 of their fragrances. 2 of them are very feminine. My wife has them. But 7 of them I have. They're on that top shelf over here. Point being, that's irrelevant to this individual fragrance. It's a timeless style. It's been done many times before. You may have a fragrance that smells like this, but it's just something about that, the quality, the touch that comes with the Jacques Fath fragrances that makes it just so desirable for me personally. If you haven't tried anything from Jacques Fath, this would be a very safe play to maybe look into. It's just really good if you like fresh greens and citrus. All day long, Jacques Fath Green Water. Moving into Friday, during the day. Actually 2 sprays to the gym. Then during the day, refreshed. Then out the shower, refreshed again. My favorite fragrance. Until further notice. I'm not saying it can't be topped one day. It might go on a run for a long, long time. Invictus Aqua 2018 went on a run for many years as my favorite fragrance. Zaharoff Signature Seraphim Blue. Juice level continues to drop. I'm such a fan. Any of you that haven't heard me speak on this before, I'll describe it briefly. Some of you, it's going to sound like a broken record because you watch this video on this format on a regular basis, and it's here every week. minty, winter fresh green and crisp. The apple doesn't really make it all that fruity, but it gives this crisp tone. Eucalyptus mintiness. Misty, breezy, sea breeze, aquatic type of tone. It's not super aquatic, but it's got like this breezy mist kind of thing going. Powdery iris. I get creaminess from coconut without a heavy coconut smell. Others have told me they get a lot of coconut, so everybody's going to get different nuance. It's a relatively complex fragrance. And then you have some musk, some sweetness, no real woods and resins and everything here. Like typically in the Signature Pour Homme DNA, this is more about the aromatics and the greens. As far as the Signature Pour Homme DNA, it's his blue. Has some green elements, aquatic elements, florals. It's got a lot of stuff going on. For a blue, it's actually a very well put together, well crafted fragrance with great longevity, and it's not obnoxiously strong, but it's very present. Really, really, really good stuff. I'm a fan. Obviously, it's my favorite. I keep going back to it. It's been in the weekly rotation every week for like 8 weeks straight now, roughly, I think. I'm a fan. What can I say? I recommend you get a sample and try it all day long. Zaharoff Signature Seraphim Blue. And finally on Saturday, I actually did not wear anything out the shower. The day before, on Friday, I did a First Impressions unboxing live stream, and this one blew me away. It was my favorite. I gave it a 9.25 out of 10 First Impressions. I bought it. Well, didn't buy it. It was sent to me by So Avant-Garde. I picked it, was what I meant to say, based off of the name alone. It ended up being the best one. This is from a brand called Gritti. And this is Mango Oud. And Mango Oud is the most unique mango fragrance I own and have smelled. So when I spray this one initially, I get a mango snow cone. I get shaved ice and mango. Then a little bit of a sweet, lightly funked, but mostly sweet oud. And I think it's all the other accompanying notes adding this sweetness. Then it starts to get creamier. There's creamy notes in here, creamy florals. You got vanilla, stuff like that. There's a coconut milk or something like that. It doesn't really give me much of a coconut smell, but if anything, it adds this creamy lactonic feel as it settles in and dries down. And it turns into like a nectar cream snowball with mango and a little bit of oud. Doesn't that sound different for a fragrance? Because it is. I'm so impressed by this fragrance. It's unbelievable. Oh my. It was a great talking point because we had our first sneaker news live stream on TLTG Kicks. Subscribe to my other channel, TLTG Kicks, if you're into sneakers. And had a full panel on, and it's a bunch of guys that are into fragrances too. Hand in hand, part of the outfit, head to toe, including your accessories, your fragrance, the whole nine. Everybody's got their style and their own personal swagger, right? And we were going over our scent of the days before we got into what we were wearing on feet, heat check, all that good stuff. And I couldn't wait to talk about this one. For any of you wondering, Polos and J's, he was wearing LV Imagination. What was Kalen wearing? Eau de Free Soul. Kix Griffey was wearing a blend of Wanted Tonic. Shout out to Kix Griffey, my man. Wanted Tonic mixed with Aqua di Gio Profondo. We had a little layering action going on. I bet they do really work together. Shout out to Kix Griffey. And then what was Eau de Free Soul wearing? Was he wearing a Lattafa fragrance? I don't remember. Shame on me, Kalen, if you see this. My bad. I forgot what fragrance you were wearing. Point being, there's crossover. We were talking sneakers. We were talking fragrances. You should go subscribe. And not this Saturday coming, but next. I'll have Dutch and my brother Dedrick on, and we're going to be talking wish list for the second half of the year. And, of course, there's always going to be some fragrance talk because we're all into fragrances, too. So, a little off topic. I get it, but it's what I wanted to talk about. I encourage sampling this one. I do not encourage blind buying this. Retail is $330 on this fragrance. I can't wholeheartedly in good conscience say go buy this fragrance, but I can wholeheartedly in good conscience say you should really sample this if anything about my description sounds interesting, because it is supremely interesting. This is easily the best mango fragrance, the most interesting, flabbergasting to me when I smelled it, mango fragrance I've ever smelled. And mango's my note. When it comes to fruits and citruses, everybody's got that one that they really gravitate to. Some people really like a good apple note. Some people are big fans of pineapple, lemon, orange, whatever. Black currant fragrances for certain people. I like all that stuff too. But mango. Give me the mango heavy fragrance every time, and I'm going to be a happy camper. That was literally why I picked this one, just because of the name. Mango and oud. It's like, all right, it's going to have mango and oud. I'm probably going to like it. Super unique. Definitely get a sample of this one on Saturday. Gritti, Mango Oud. well, that was this week's rotation. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. What'd you guys wear this week? You know the routine if you've been here before. Comment down below. What was your rotation like this week? Was there 3 or 4 that you kept just going back to? Was it one all week? That stuff happens. There ain't nothing wrong with a signature scent. That's wiser than all of that. Overconsumption, right? Very guilty of it. But, I review them. It's my excuse anyways, right? For my overconsumption in fragrances. I appreciate you guys for watching. Seriously, thank you so much. Again, check out TLTG Kicks if you're into sneakers. And until next time, we'll see if you get your hands on any of the stuff I wore this past week. And you give them a spray now, really good chance you'll thank me later. At least I think so. Have a good one, guys.